Alright, I don't know if you guys are seeing this on the camera right here, but holy crap. This is not what I was expecting to find out here today. This is really cool. Let's go down here and check this out. What is going on, everybody? Holy crap. I was not expecting this. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous morning out here. We've come back out to Twin Lakes, Colorado, and it's already proving to be a very, very... Oop, I guess I've heard this symbol's not good anymore, so let's just give the thumbs up. It's proven to be an excellent morning already. I was not expecting this. We've got just beautiful, flat, calm conditions out here on the lakes. And gorgeous scenery out there in the background. And best of all, we've got steam coming off of the lake. When we got up there on the ridge from where we parked, I looked out this way. I didn't even intend to come over here to this side. Like, I was going to go over to the other side of the lake where I've shot a lot in the past. And I was going to maybe try to get a reflection shot of, I can't remember what the name of that mountain's called. I'll put it up on the screen. I got up to the top of the, just a walking path, and I looked out this way, and I was just kind of blown away because it looked like low-lying cloud to me, but I was like, no, that's not possible. I checked the forecast last night before I came out this morning, and there was no cloud in the forecast whatsoever. So I'm like, that's got to be steam. We got to get over here. So, hurried over here, and I just very quickly set up just a rush job on this composition. And I don't hate this composition, actually, which is a good thing. So, I'll talk you guys through this here in a minute. But, just unbelievable conditions right now. It's got all this steam just coming off of the water. And I think that must mean, I'm not good with chemistry or science. You know, I was a B+ student at that at best. But I think what must be happening is the water must be warmer than the air. So what happens there, you get warm water hitting the cold air, it starts to evaporate, and you start getting mist coming off of the lake. So this is just awesome. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so happy right now. So it does make for a very panicky morning when you get out somewhere and the conditions are just ideal, and you're like, oh crap, I don't have a composition. Crap. So, came down to the shoreline here. This looks like it's kind of a, I don't know, like a inlet in between the two lakes. This might actually go off. I think the more easterly lake maybe dips down a little bit, but I'm not sure. But just... wow. I don't know what else to say, but wow. This place almost never disappoints me. I've had one failure out here in the past, and I didn't even record that one for you guys because that's how upset I was, but I wasn't really in a photography mood that morning. So, man, I love this area. I love Twin Lakes. I've been out here probably about 3 or 4 times now. I think this might be the 4th time. And I always get something. I always come away with something from this place. It's so awesome. So, all right, let me stop jabbering here. Let me show you guys the composition that I've got set up. My butt's already frozen. All right, guys, so hopefully you're seeing this okay. It's a little It's a little bit dark, but you know what? That's not such a huge deal right now. So what I've got is I've got these two rocks in the foreground there, and you know, I saw those right away, and I was like, okay, good. There's at least a usable foreground right there. And then we've got this bit of just ice that's kind of forming behind the rocks. We've got some jagged patterns, and I'm glad I noticed that before I set up the camera, because I really wouldn't want to break that ice and screw up the composition right there, because I really like kind of the patterns that I'm seeing in the ice right here. And then it's a little hard to see, so let me just darken down my exposure here just a bit, so maybe you can see it on the back of the LCD a bit better. We've got this, and again, it's probably a little bit hard to see, but we've got mist and steam coming off of the lake right here. We've got this band of, again, I'm pretty sure that's steam coming off of the lake. Then obviously we've got the mountains back there. A couple of, I don't want to call them clouds, because again, I don't really see any clouds out there, but some, maybe up here a little bit, some nice higher hanging steam that hasn't quite evaporated into the sky yet. So this was a rush. This was definitely a rush job with my exposure, and it was so dark my camera, my 7D Mark II, couldn't focus in the dark, so I had to manually adjust my exposures, or my focus, I should say. Well, both. I had to manually adjust my exposures and my focus. But to get the foreground, I played around with a few different exposures. Started with a 20-second exposure, and that was too bright, so I darkened that down. And I think I got somewhere around 6 seconds was the perfect exposure for the foreground. And then I focused kind of midway, kind of on this reflection out here into the water, and I think I got that around a quarter of a second, maybe an eighth of a second. And then, just for security's sake, I'm shooting this at f11, so I don't think... Oh, actually, no, I'm at f9. So, that's probably a good thing I checked my focus there. And ISO 6400, which I meant to put that back on ISO 100, but I think... at the time, I think leaving it on ISO 6400 was probably a good idea, because... I was in a rush to get the shot. So, and it gave me a decent exposure. ISO 6400, I'm not worried about. It's not going to be that noisy. And then, just as a backup, I focused in on the mountain just to make sure my exposure was good there. So, that's the setup. Had to take several different exposures to make sure I got the proper shutter speed. Because again, I wanted to freeze the mist that I was seeing on the water. So, in a longer exposure time would have definitely not done well here. So conditions are looking rather good right now. Did I drop into a weird accent there? Sorry, not sorry. So I'm probably going to take this image again and see if I can do a little bit better job. So I don't know which exposure is going to look the best, but you will see it here in just a few seconds. Okay, guys, so the situation is changing here by the minute, and you're a little blown out there. Let me see if I can... that's not the right button. I've got a new video camera. I will introduce you guys to it later on, but I'm just trying to... There we go. Fix the exposure there. Check this out. We've got this little... In fact, I'm going to fire off one more exposure while I'm talking to you guys, but we've got this little lake back here, and we've got all these little trees that are just covered in frost, and there's snow on the ground. Oh, it's so perfect. And the steam coming off of the lakes is wafting. When it first came in, it was like, I'm going to fire off another exposure here. Oh my God. When I saw this shot, I thought, oh, that looks really nice. There might be something there. And then the steam just came in and completely enveloped this little island here, and I was just kind of in photo freakout mode. That hasn't been used by anybody, right? I was in photo freakout mode, and I just had to quickly set up, took my wide angle lens off, threw on my 18 to 135 lens on my 7D Mark II, and just kind of rushed set up a composition. And just, I think this shot is also going to turn out really well, because sorry for moving around so much. I'm just really excited. I'm zoomed in on this cluster of, I don't know what kind of trees they are. They're tiny, but they're covered in frost. And when the steam came in off the lake, see if I can get a better angle here. It just kills my arm to do that. I need to get a wider lens for this new camera too. But the steam came in, and it just blanketed everything. Just, oh my God, I didn't have time to get video of it, guys. I'm so sorry. But it was crazy. And then it was too much steam, actually, so it covered up my shot. But then it started to dissipate out, and it started to be more ethereal in the background. And I've just been firing off a few different exposures, and just, wow. Oh my God. I'm trying to be careful here because this ground is icy, but I'm so happy right now. This is such a great morning. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm looking out across the lake. You won't be able to see it on this lens. There's something, I don't know if it's a rock or if it's an animal. It's probably a rock. But, oh my God. This is turning out to be a really fantastic morning. I love coming out to Twin Lakes. I'll talk you guys through real quick. So again, I was just in panic mode. So I was just rushed a few different compositions. I have it on f11. I took a shot at 1/50th of a second with ISO 640. And that shot might look okay. Then I had a couple of seconds. Once I got that shot in the bag, I dropped my ISO down to 100, stayed at f11, and then dropped down to 1/4 of a second on my ISO. Again, sorry for the blown out sky there, guys. The sun's coming up. But, whew. Yes! 2 shots in the bag this morning. I'm feeling so happy right now. So worth getting up at 2 a.m. to, come on, focus. There we go. So worth getting up at 2 a.m. and driving 2.5 hours out here. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Now, I want to get over to that side of the lake because the sun is coming up. I can see it back there coming up over the horizon. And these mountains back here, oh, it's hard to tell because I've got that little blown out. Hang on a second. Still getting used to this new camera here. Oop, that's too much. Okay. Maybe that helps a little bit. Yeah, there we go. You can see the sun is starting to come out. It's hitting these mountains up here. And I think I want it to start cresting over that mountain. So I'm going to go to this side of the lake and see if I can find some kind of reflection shot. Great morning out here. Oh my God. Okay, so we have come out to the other, just on the other side. We were over there earlier on the other side by where that tree is. Did you guys hear that? I think that was the sound of ice breaking. When I got out here this morning, I was hearing all these weird noises. And at first I thought that it was maybe some ducks or some geese on the lake quacking and making lots of noise. And it was just reverberating out here because it's a bit of, got some mountains for sound to echo off of. But now I think it was the ice breaking up. Because ice, when it breaks up, makes that really eerie, just echoey kind of noise. So, anyway, that little side note. We've come out to the other side of the lake here. And I've already fired off a couple of exposures. My camera is right there. Come on, finger. Because the wind was already, the breeze was already starting to pick up and cause ripples on the water. So I wanted to fire off a few exposures really quickly. And what I'm waiting on, if you guys can see this mountain right here. I'm not sure which mountain that is. I'll put the name up on the screen right here. Remember to do that, Ryan. I always forget to do that. I'm waiting for the sun to come up over and crest over here and come up and light up this peak up here, because I think that's gonna be a really good kind of glow reflection shot on the water here if the water calms down a little bit. I don't mind some ripples, but I'd like it to be just a little bit calmer. But guys, oh my gosh, what a perfect morning. We're still getting some steam coming off of the lakes here. I can see back there where the sun's coming up, there's more steam coming up, and it looks really cool with the light hitting that steam. So that's really awesome. As far as this composition goes, I've got these rocks right here in the foreground, and then we've got some smaller kind of stones and rocks in here with some really cool, let me tilt the camera here, with some really cool ice shapes on them, like almost like kind of spider webby, just really unique. Ice is one of those things that it's just so unique every time it forms. So my one caveat with this shot, and it was kind of a hard decision to make. I want to get closer into these rocks here, as you can see right there, but I'm worried if I do that, I'm going to damage and destroy the ice, and I don't want to do that, because that's just part of the natural just beauty of this scene right here. And then also we've got these ice shelves right here, and I've actually positioned my camera here. I was a little bit reckless. I walked in and I stepped on this spot right here, so I figured I've already broken that. I'll just set my camera up right there. Again, a little bit reckless of me, but I've got my 70 Mark II route with my 18 to 135. I'm at around 20 millimeters, which on a crop frame isn't actually, sorry about that guys, isn't actually 20 millimeters, but zoomed in, so I've incorporated the rocks in the foreground, and then these kind of smaller stones with the ice patterns. And then I think I got a couple of reflection shots before the breeze picked up and kind of messed up my reflection. And then we got the mountain up here, and you know, out of all the shots I've gotten today, this one could do or do without. As you guys can see, we've got a just blue sky, so there's no clouds. So I'm not really whinging about that too much, because or complaining, sorry. A lot of the vloggers I watch are British, so I picked up a lot of British words. I'm not horribly upset about that, but it would be nice to have some interest in the sky. But we do have the reflection, or not the reflection, sorry, the morning glow hitting these peaks here. I'm just waiting for that to come down just a little bit farther, and hopefully we'll get some calm water again. That would be nice. Okay guys, so we've come back over to the other side of the lake because the sun has come up and I'm blinding myself so I can't really see, but the sun has come up over the mountains to the east, and all these trees that were on this little island that I shot before earlier in the video, well, now they're just getting blasted with sunlight, and since they're covered in frost, everything's just glistening and it looks just so beautiful. So I've already kind of been just working this scene back here. Again, I'm back where I shot that first image of the day, and I've just been kind of moving up and down the bank here, and I'm looking out kind of east of me, and those first set of trees, I didn't vlog this, guys. I'm sorry, the sun was just coming up so fast. I had to get the shot while they still had the best light on them. So those first few trees that I shot earlier, a slightly different composition. I moved a little bit farther down the bank because I was going to get some sun flare where I had shot before, but the tops of them are just glistening because of the sunlight, and they're all frosted over, so that was gorgeous. And then I moved a little bit farther up the bank here, and I've got my 70-200 on. I'm out just shy of 200 millimeters, and I've got this cluster of I'm not sure what kind of trees they are. I'm not a herbologist, I have no idea. Is that the right word? Forget it. Anyway, just this gorgeous cluster of trees, and they're getting hit by the rising sun, and there's some just snow and ice, and it is just, I'm firing off another exposure here because as the sun's coming up, the angle of the glow on the trees is changing, but they're just gorgeous. As soon as this shot's done here, I'll show you guys what I'm seeing on the camera here. Take a little bit of video. All right, so what you guys are seeing right now, that actually looks kind of good as a 16:9. I might actually shoot another composition as a 16:9, but I had been shooting this as a square crop, and just because I like that square image, very simplified. I think a lot of landscape photography is starting to trend back that way, you know, reminiscent of the old film days. But just as you guys can see on the camera here, we've got just lovely bits of ice and snow, and the sun's hitting it. We're getting gorgeous glow, and again, my central focus is that cluster of trees dead center in the frame there, and they're just being backlit really just gorgeously by the sun. Oh, today has just been so worth it. So a very simple composition. Again, I shot it as a square. I might shoot this as a 16:9 as well and see which one I like better. But yeah, hard to beat a lovely crisp winter morning, and it's so, I know I've said this a few times now, guys, but it's so gorgeous out here. And it's not windy, which I'm loving right now, because if this was really windy, this would be honestly probably pretty horrible. Wind kills my mood faster than anything on the planet, but it's not windy. We've had steam coming off of the lakes, and we've gotten at least 1 or 2 really good photos today, maybe more. This is photo number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is photo number 5 that I've shot right here. So hard to beat, guys. Just completely hard to beat. Oh, it's been such a good morning. Oh man, I am starting to get really hungry though. So let's see. I think I'm gonna walk around here a little bit, see what else I can find, and yeah, go from there. I can tell you right now, I am cold, I am hungry, And I need coffee. I need coffee so bad right now. Oh man. But a gorgeous morning of photography out here. I could not have asked for better, honestly. I think today just went just perfectly. So worth getting up at 2 a.m. and driving 2.5 hours out here. Twin Lakes, guys. This place never disappoints. Always comes through for me. Ooh, a little, not too bright there. There we go. So, yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I'm heading back to the car. Just a short little... It's weird. Somebody drew in the... Oh, can you see that? There we go. Somebody drew in the snow right there. Don't have the widest lens on this new video camera. I know I said I would talk about this video camera, guys. I think I'm going to do that in a separate video because there's several reasons why I bought this new video camera. And, well, it's a video and stills camera, but more to, almost went off the wrong trail there, more to be revealed in the coming days. So, yeah, I think we're going to head back to the car here and wrap up this awesome day. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got 5 images out today. This has probably been one of the most productive days I've had the entire year in this crap hole of a year. So, hard to complain. One of those images is going to turn out really good, I think. So, which one? We will see. But again, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. If you're not, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, the usual spiel that you get from every YouTuber on the planet. So, until next time, guys, it's coffee time. I will see you out on the trail.